What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Giganato Gaming here, and welcome back to another episode of Ark Valguero Ascended. Last we left off, what did we do? Oh yeah, we tamed an Edmontonia last episode. Looking really cool, you know? And they're not really too special. I mean, we've tamed them before. They've been out in the game for quite a while now. But anyway, we're going to be taming a couple more creatures within this episode. I was going to split it into like 3 separate episodes, but I figured why not just do it all in one go? Because I don't want this series to end up like overlapping with Lost Colony, because that's supposed to come out really soon, and I'm just trying to like get as much content done as possible before that happens. But yeah. So, what are we going to tame today? There's this new mod called Elemental Raptors, which adds like these variants of raptors into the game. There's only 3 so far. There's the Venoraptor, which is like a poison raptor. There's the Pyroraptor, which is the fire raptor. And then there's the Cryoraptor, which is like an ice raptor of some sort. And it's a premium mod. It's like $5 or something. And they're planning on adding a part 2 to this, where there's like 3 more raptors. I think it's like a lightning raptor. What else? Yeah, there's a lightning raptor. Another type of raptor, maybe like a magic raptor or something like that. I'm not sure what it is. And a community voted raptor. So like, we're basically, so 2 of the 6 raptors are like free. The other 4 you have to pay for. And I've been doing some off-camera work. I did like, oh yeah, we got this Gigantoraptor. Yeah, we managed to get like a Cryoraptor saddle and there's a Pyroraptor saddle somewhere in here. Yeah, I've done a lot of off-camera work, as you can see, trying to get ready, because I had to do like a dino wipe in order to add them in. But we managed to get that done. I also got a better crossbow as well. You have these arrows here as well. So what you gotta do in order to tame them, you need to use like a special kind of dart or a special kind of arrow to shoot it. And then and that would enrage it. And then what you gotta do, you gotta tank it until it gets tired out. And then from there, you feed it kibble. Seems simple enough. Okay, so hold on. Oh, alright. V, I guess, closes the inventory. Alright, I guess you put that in the smithy. A Venoraptor. There we go. Let's pull the items. Let's see if we can get one of each in today's episode. That's kind of the goal here. Preferably like a high level. Yeah, so we're probably going to use like, I don't know, hopscotch to kind of shoot them and then tank the raptor. We'll use the crossbow once because we got these elemental arrows. And then we got elemental darts as well. So yeah, there's that. Alright, cool. Let's get the Venoraptor saddle. We're going to try to go after the Venoraptor first. See how that goes. And then if it goes well, we'll go after the other 2. So, before we end up doing this, if you find yourself enjoying this video and want more content like this, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more. It would really help out a ton. Let's see if we can get this channel to 2,000 subscribers. That would be super amazing. But with that, let's begin the video. So, let's, bring the Dreadmare out. Alright, so the first thing we're looking for is a Venoraptor. Are we set to Venoraptor? Hold on. Alright, we're set to Cryoraptor. Let's start with Venoraptors if we can. There we go. Alright. So let's go and look for them. Now, Venoraptors tend to spawn in, like, jungles and other areas. Like swamps, jungles, whatever. So, okay. Can we get through here? Thank you. Alright. Let's see if we can find our first raptor. Let me know. Alright. What level is this? That's a max level Gigantoraptor. Okay. There's a couple of them. Yeah, sometimes they spawn in pairs. Alright, we got a 145 and a 95. Okay, we're definitely going after the 145. Alright, I want to kill the 95 without killing the 145. There we go. Alright, we got some poison. So now what we have to do is, Alright, I don't want them to start going after me as soon as I land. Is that an alpha trach? That is an alpha trach. Alright, let's, switch over to hopscotch. And see if we can do this. Oh, hello. There you are. I'm not ready yet. Alright, we need to enrage you first. And that's how you do it. And then we gotta put kibble in the 0 slot. I think that's how you do it. And of course you're attacking a turtle. I'm just gonna kill that turtle real quick. Alright, he's tired. He's tired. And there we have it. Venoraptor has been tamed. Okay. You know what? That was actually pretty easy. Pretty straightforward, actually. Alright, let's see, let me put the gene scanner back on. Yeah, that was actually pretty straightforward. Let's see if there's any more. I'd like to see if we can go after another one, maybe. Alright, there's another one in the area. They are spawning in. That's good. Okay, there's a max level male. The one we have is also a male. There's another one here, too. That's a 145 female. Alright, I think that trike is as good as dead. Let's take out the... Ow. Hold on, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Go attack this iguanodon or something. I'm not ready. Alright, let me take out the crossbow real quick. Alright, that was a miss. Alright, we just gotta tank him. We're taking on 2 of them at the same time. We just gotta tire them out. That's all we gotta do. Alright, I think they're both... Alright, that's 1. And that's 2. Alright. We got them. Alright, I think that's good enough when it comes to the Venoraptors. We got 1 anyway. We got... Oh, they're all male. Are they all male? I think they are all male. I was hoping to maybe get like a female out of one of them, but I guess not. Alright, well, you know what? We'll see if we could find maybe another one or something. Maybe try to find a female. If not, then it's whatever. Alright. Alright, are there any more? Okay, they are spawning in. That's good. Alright, let's see if we can find maybe one more Venoraptor. And then we'll move on to the Pyroraptors afterwards. Okay, bad news. We've actually run out of Venoraptors to tame. So, let's move on to the next one, which is the Pyroraptor. Now, these guys like to spawn, I guess, in the jungles, volcano areas, any other stuff. So, let's move on to them. Pyroraptor, any in the area? There is a couple, okay. Or one, anyway. So, yeah, we've run out of Venoraptors to tame, so we're moving on to the Pyroraptors. We're gonna see what's going on there. Oh, I think I see one. Level of you, good sir. 95. We can certainly do better than that. Oh, and they kind of explode when they die. And that's... And it just turns into charcoal. Okay. That's awesome, I guess. And they're a good source of, what is it, sulfur as well. Alright, let's see if there's any more. We got a 25 and, yeah, there is a 145. There's a 145 in that crowd. Okay, alright, I want to kill the 25, but not the 145. That's the one I want to tame. Alright, let's go after this Pyroraptor. Game. Thank you. Alright, there's a lot of stuff going on. Alright. I want to kill everything else. Kill the Saber. There's also a Carno, an Argentavis. Alright, I killed the Carno. Oh, wait. Did I not hit him? Okay, can you stop moving? That was a miss. Of course it was. Alright, I think I got him. Did I get him? Oh, he's exhausted. Oh, I thought he was exhausted. Alright, I got him. We got him. Wait, was there a baby running around? There is a baby running around. No, it's a Carno. Never mind. Alright. We got one anyway. We got a Pyroraptor. Alright, that was a little trickier, I will say. Alright, are there any more? I just ate a kibble by accident. I meant to put the gene scanner back in. Alright, let's see. Are there any more? Alright, there's another one. I'd like to see if we could at least find a female. Wait, what gender is ours? Male. Alright, let's see if we could find a female. And we're out of Pyroraptors. So let's, I guess let's move on to the Cryoraptor. Now, for the third and final raptor, the Cryoraptors tend to spawn in the snow biome. Like any area where there's snow. So there's wolves everywhere, Osodons, mammoths, sabers, Uties, Carnos, Perlovias, all that jazz. So we're gonna have to be careful when we're around here. Oh, that's an alpha. Yeah, there's alphas. That's a 140. Alright, let's go ahead and kill these wolves. And then we're gonna kill this alpha real quick. So here's our first alpha. Alright. Alright, let me see if we could switch over to Voorhees and get this done. Alright, let's do this. Alright, we killed him. Awesome. We got 4 levels. We also got some special sickles that you get or from killing these guys. We got another saddle as well. That's awesome. Alright, let me see if I could find another one. There's another one right here. Okay, that's a 145. We're definitely going after that one. There's 2 of them here. A 25 and a 145. Alright, we need to kill the 25. Alright, get rid of the 25. Switch over to Hopscotch. Put you away, and then there we go. Now, let's do this. Cryoraptor. Kill this Megaloceros just because. Of course, he's attacking an Argentavis. Ah, my god. What was this guy? 95? Not too bad. Alright, come on. Follow me. Get away from the Argy. Okay, get out of the way so I can make you exhausted. Alright. The Cryoraptor's on my ass. I want to get rid of these RGs, but I don't want to hurt him. Right, kibble, 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 kibble. Where's the kibble? There it is. And there we have it. Cryoraptor has been tamed. Okay, that was a little spicy because of those Argentavis, I will admit. Alright, we got the raptors that we need. We got a bunch of Venoraptors. We got 1 or 2 Pyroraptors. And we've got the Cryoraptor. Alright. Let's head back home now. We'll head back home and see what we've got for levels. So let's, let me just drop all these berries because I don't need that. Drop all... Oh, wrong button. Drop all this. I think I do see another Cryoraptor in the distance. Let me see if that one is any good. And we're back. Finally. And the Elemental Raptors are home safely. So, we should have a bunch of raptors now. I think we got like 3 Venoraptors, maybe 2 Pyroraptors, and the 1 Cryoraptor. Let's see what we got. Alright, so... let's put them together. I think all of them are male. I didn't tame a single female. Alright, so what do we got? We got 3 Venoraptors, 1 Pyroraptor, and 1 Cryoraptor. So let's see what we got for stats. So this first one had 31 into health, 24 into stamina, oxygen, food, no one cares, 38 into weight, 35 into melee. Venoraptor number 2 had 30 into health, 37 into stamina, oxygen, food, no one cares, 32 into weight, 36 into melee, and then number 3 had 32 into health, 36 into stamina, oxygen, food, no one cares, 28 into weight, 30 into melee. Alright, so let's see which one has the most melee. So it would be this one. So this is the Venoraptor. This one's like all red. The max level obviously has the most melee. That kind of looks fire flame, real talk. Alright, let's move on to the Pyroraptor. So the Pyroraptor had 33 into health, 37 into stamina, oxygen, food, no one cares, 32 into weight, 24 into melee. Alright, so you had terrible melee. That's the Pyroraptor, which actually looks a little bit larger. Yeah, there is a little bit of a size difference between the two. That's cool. And finally, the Cryoraptor. 29 into health, 28 into stamina, oxygen, food, no one cares, 31 into weight, 25 into melee. You were kind of garbage. And, oh, and yeah, and you're the largest one of them all. Alright, so I've got a saddle for each of them. So for the Venoraptor, I've just got a primitive saddle. For the Pyroraptor, I've got a journeyman saddle. And for the Cryoraptor, I've got 2 ascendant saddles. And is it okay if I just put some stuff onto you for right now? Alright, let's look at the Venoraptor first. You're not very fast. You don't have the greatest weight. I will say, you don't have the greatest weight. I don't think it's really going to make... yeah, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. I mean, you're a little bit faster. So what do we got? Left click's the bite. Right click is the quill launch. C is to dodge. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Alright. How much damage do we do? 262. Not bad for the Venoraptor. And we kind of turn in place. That's cool. And then right click is the... alright, we can jump. Oh, we can kind of cover some ground this way. Let's see what the right click does. That's like C. Oh, we do some torpor. That's kind of awesome. Lunge is right click and left shift. Okay. Alright. How do we do a lunge? That's kind of the question. What do we got? Venom glands. Oh, we got like a venom stat. We've got 28 points into venom. We should probably be... alright, so what do we got? Alright, R is to roar. Let's see what that's all about. That's cool. X to empower. Alright, while empowered. Alright. Alright, can you go away? I'm trying to... Alright. Oh, we're vampiric as well. That's kind of awesome. Alright, so, left shift and X to go invisible. Okay, that's cool. And then we lose that once we attack things. Fair enough. Alright, so if we empower... So this is us empowered. And if we right-click, we do a vomit. Hey, can we not? Hey, Procoptodon, can you stop walking for a minute? Oh, we hold to vomit. Oh, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool, actually. And then we press X to turn that off. That's cool. Alright, so that's the Venoraptor for you guys. Alright, we can park you over here. Wait a minute, can I shoot off the back of you? No. Alright. What about you? No? Okay. Alright, so here's the Pyroraptor. Really cool looking. So we've got a bite, a claw swipe. C is the dodge. Alright, that's how we cover a lot of ground. R is the roar. We've got a little more carry weight, which isn't too bad. Alright. Alright, we're not going to empower just yet. Let's see what we can do with this. 266. And you ended up having terrible melee, keep in mind. And then right-click is the claw. 570. That's awesome. We got oily skin. So we got skin oil as a stat. The Venoraptor has venom. This guy has skin oil. We got 29 points into that. I don't know how to lunge. R is the roar. Okay, not the greatest one roaring out there. And then we can do a fireball while empowered. We have a shield, which is left click and X, but while we're empowered. Alright, this isn't really the best place to showcase this guy, so let's see if we can find maybe a place with relatively more creatures in it. Alright. Oh, that's cool. And then what do we do? Q and right click. Alright, that was kind of like a double slash. Q and right click does a fireball. Oh, 1210. We just did 1,000 damage for that fireball. That's pretty cool. And then we do a shield with left shift and X. Oh, that's awesome. So that's the Pyroraptor. Let's move on to the final one, which is the Cryoraptor. Let's see what you're capable of. You know what? Let's go this way. Let's go this way and see what you're all about. Alright, there's plenty of creatures down here. Let's see what you're all about. Right, left click is the bite. 308. That's not bad. Right click is the claw swipe. 308. C is the dodge. Okay. R is the roar. Let's see what that's all about. No, wrong button. Alright, that's cool. And then if we empower ourselves, see if we can get some stamina. I can't shoot off the back of you. Alright, let's empower. Alright, that's cool. Left shift and X does the shield. Oh, we get spikes. That's awesome. 385. That's pretty awesome. And then ice shotgun. Q and right click. Gotta freeze me. That's awesome. Okay. You know what? I'm liking this guy. So wait, what do we have? Cryo fluid. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, we got our Elemental Raptors. At least 3 of them anyway. Alright, can I jump on this cliff? One of these cliffs? That would be nice. Thank you. Alright, that's cool. So yeah, let me know which one is your favorite in the comments down below. That's pretty cool. My personal favorite? I'd have to say the Cryoraptor. Cryoraptors are just awesome. I love the idea of an ice raptor. So yeah, we got the Cryoraptor, the Pyroraptor, and the Venoraptor as like a size comparison. The Cryoraptor is obviously the largest. But yeah, we got that. And with that, I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. It would really help out a ton. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.